information.
Hey guys, welcome to Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We have some special guest in here today, as you can see. No, he's not my co-host, but he's going to be grilled for a few minutes this morning. But we have, of course, our county executive, Terry Bell, coming on with us. As we said, we would talk more about the 3-star grant, because coming up next Monday is going to be where all the El Capitans, as I say, of our county commissioners get together, and they're going to vote if they want to do the grant or not. And so we wanted to get a little more detail, get a little more information. So why not get it from the horse's mouth, as I say, get to the top and get our county executive to talk about that. Also, since we are, like I said, we're kicking off, it is a Super Tuesday segment with Miss Victoria Broadrick. She is going to be running in the congressional 4th district against Scott Desjardins coming up in the election of 2026. So if you're an independent, a Democrat, or a Republican that would like to come on our Super Tuesdays or have not received my invitation yet, please let me know, because we would like to have you guys on and talk about, I'm asking everybody the same questions. We're trying to be neutral here. We don't want to hear what you don't like about somebody or do like about somebody. We want to know why you're doing what you're doing. Keep it real, But going right into this about the 3-star grant. First and foremost, explain what the 3-star grant is, followed by how much money that we have received.
The 3-star grant is actually a grant that the counties, we have a meeting of the 3 mayors, the industrial leaders, the schools. We meet quarterly to qualify for the 3-star grant, and it lets us actually fill out for grants. Just for example, the welding program at the jail was actually filled out before I got here. The past administration filled out and got the welding grant to start. It's mainly for workforce initiatives, partnered to help anything in the community. That's the reason it's broad based, because we've got the mayor of Viola on there, the mayor of Centertown, and the mayor of Morrison. All of us meet together, and we sit down and we have these quarterly meetings, and we talk about things that we could do to help Warren County to better the lives of the citizens of Warren County. And so as we have those meetings, we qualify then for opening up the grant for the 3-star. We get one about every 18 months before. This one's a little different. They've changed it. We were only allowed to get up to $50,000 before. And like I say, it done the welding program. Right. The last one we filled out for a digital sign at the mall.
Yeah, that's what you got now, and it's amazing.
When you drive by and we're advertising those businesses or any event that's going on at the mall, that's what paid the majority. It run over just a little, but we took money out of the rent that comes in at the mall and finished up the project. So this time the state changed that program, and distressed counties could get up to $1 million.
Wow.
Now you had to be distressed, which we're not. We're just at risk. Yeah. And we were only qualified up to $250,000. But most of these grants, everybody's like, well, why didn't you use the grant to pave a road or do something like that? That's not what these grants are designed to do. Yeah. They're supposed to have different components in them that you can, and you don't have to have all these, but you need to meet as many of these as you meet. Your chances of getting the $250,000 are better. So tourism was involved in it. You could do things for tourism. The county has a problem with tourism because we actually don't own. You have to own the asset. So if I was doing something for tourism, I have to own something to spend money on tourism. Okay. Right now, the county does not technically own any property that is designated just for tourists.
Oh, really?
See, we have nothing. We don't own any of the boat ramps.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, when you get inside the city limits, that's the city's property. That's a different
For
entity
example,
would have to do that.
The city owns the park with the kayaks on it.
Riverfront.
Yeah.
Riverfront Park.
Yeah, and that's why that's a tourist attraction.
That's a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
You know, they could fill out for the 3-star grant there. Okay, so we have no tourist component there. It needed to have a workforce development component.
Okay.
That's where we got the grant for the jail,
okay.
because we were training the inmates to become welders.
Right.
So that's a component that needs to fit in there. So I want everybody to understand this wasn't like we could just go out and write a grant for anything the community needed.
Yeah.
And
there were specifications in this grant that you had to.
In this grant. Yeah. And it was supposed to be something to help the community. And this grant that we have filled out for to try to convert a space at the mall, the space that we're trying to...
Before you say we, meaning the county and Main Street McMinnville?
Yes.
I just want to make sure it's a team.
Yes. We were a team effort, and I'm explaining some of this to them too.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody to understand how a lot of grants work. A lot of grants are concepts. Mm-hmm. And far as down in the details of exactly who's going to run what and who's going to open it every day and who's going to work there and everything, those have got to be worked out.
Yeah.
But if the community doesn't want to take the $250,000 worth of free money and take a space that right now, when the senior center went in the mall, they left. We thought we would be able to take UCHRA over there, but we've come up with some safety issues. They also have some issues. They got a grant, but they have to be given something to use their grant.
Okay.
And so with all the things together, it's come up that that's just not going to be a fit.
Okay.
You know, some things, the concept starts out and you think it'll fit, but when you get down to the
nitty-gritty,
it just didn't work out because we're having, the senior center has actually grown so big that we got so many people coming over there, bringing all those buses over there and running those through there, we decided would be a safety concern.
Gotcha.
And so that left that space right beside, that was in Goodies.
Yeah,
everybody
the eyesore. I call it a huge eyesore.
All right. So, you know, if the county commissioners decide they don't want to take this $250,000 with no match money to put this coffee shop in at some point, I will have to go to the county commission and I'll have to say, hey, we've got to have $100,000 or more, could be the $200,000 to renovate this room, but so anybody can even use it.
Yeah.
It's non-usable right now. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, you can't even get in there unless you go to the back of the building. We've got one back entrance. Yeah. You can't even enter it from the mall. Yeah. So we sat down with Main Street. We come up with a concept and we were trying to figure out something. We've got on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's over 200 seniors going for lunch. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're not trying to interfere into that. And of course, Jay's is in there, but he doesn't open till 11.
Right, for lunch.
So we were trying to come up with something that would bridge that gap.
For the morning time.
For the morning time, we've got a bunch of people that go out there and walk, which we're glad for people to do that. Yeah. So we're trying to come up with something. Now, how can we get those people to come early this morning and stay out there and then stay at the senior center and then maybe even come later this afternoon or come on Saturday? Yeah. You know, because so we, and put in that component too, we got to study about it. The chamber's closed on Sunday, and I don't want to imply any way that we're trying to take over the chamber's job. Right. But if we had tourists coming in and you wanted to get up on Saturday morning and have some information or maybe some souvenirs of Warren County or anything, where could you go if you were staying at Warren County? Yeah. The coffee shop.
Just another option.
Another option. So that gets our
extension. An extension.
Yeah, that gives our tourism component.
Okay.
And so we wound up and we said we would put information in there from
just like the chamber has.
But that way, if you call over and got a cup of coffee this morning, a donut, a Danish, or a cinnamon roll or something, you sit down there and you look at the brochures of where you could go on the river today, even advertising the other businesses in Warren County. So that was a component we put in. We've got the tourism component. Now we need to get to the workforce development component. Right. So we looked at the special needs of our community. Mm-hmm. That's something that we think that they can actually help and the seniors can help actually be the labor force in this coffee shop. And I know I've had people claim, well, y'all will have to pay them the wages. We would hope it would generate enough money to actually pay their wages. If not, there's also a component, but I can't fill out for that yet, but I'm pretty sure the state will be more than happy. They've got a workforce development program where they actually pay the employees to go and learn how to do certain jobs. Yeah. So we can fill out for that grant to actually pay the employees to run that. So that's where a lot of this was developed out of. We also are looking to have some games that the kids can play. Maybe I've got grandkids, you know. I mean, who in Warren County hasn't took their grandkids to McDonald's to play? Well, you sit there and you eat. Well, the concept here is we have some ice cream, coffee, or whatever. You sit there and we put a book component in it to where maybe we could sell used books or new books, and you sit down, you're reading your book, and the kids are playing back here in the background.
And then also too, talking about books, you know, just like the library does, and piggybacking on them, having maybe local artists or Gracie Brock, for example, that's done the children's books. And having like little stuff out there.
We would love for them to come out there in this shop and maybe have a day where they read to the kids. Yeah. And just a fun day
National
for the kids.
Day of Reading 20 minutes, like showing the emphasis of reading 20 minutes a day to a child.
And the whole concept of this is to try to bring people back to the mall. We're not trying to hurt any businesses in Warren County. And really the government doesn't want to be in business, but I see no way but for the government to try to jumpstart this program.
And then, you know, the big question, and we talked about this last night, is some folks have been calling me in about, well, you know, this is our taxpayer dollars. Yeah. You know, and some people are like, you know, they're for it and they're against it because this is my hard-earned money for what? Yes. So, no, but with that said, you know, something I thought about last night when we got off the phone is at the end of the day, if it wasn't going to us, it was going to go to somebody else.
This 3-star money was awarded to 34 counties or cities, and there's different entities that can actually qualify for that. And it was awarded to those counties. So if we turn the $250,000 back in, which is no match, I want everybody to understand that.
What does that mean when you say no match?
That means there's no money coming out of the county. The county will be reimbursed. It's a reimbursement grant. Most grants are. We have to spend $250,000 and then they send us a check when we send in that we've actually spent the $250,000. So if the county commission, which they would have to vote on this anyway, what they'll be voting on is a budget amendment to allow this $250,000 to enter our budget and allow us to spend $250,000. If they vote it down, I will call and tell them the 3-star grant. More than likely, one of these other 34 counties or somebody that didn't get awarded money will probably get this money, because you need to understand how this works. The state government set aside so much money for 3-star grants. Yeah. That money will be used for 3-star grants. Yeah. It won't be you won't get a chance for, my driveway will get paid or my road will get paved. They're not going to move that money around. It's actually going to be used for that, because there's so much money set aside in the legislature every year for the 3-star grants.
Another question that's popped up, and good morning, Miss Retha. Good morning, Miss Tina. Has there been a traffic count on how many people are in the mall before 10 a.m. in the mornings?
No, we've not. We've not actually done any counts or anything like that. And I know it's kind of surprising to people to go out there and walk early, because we're actually opening the doors. I think it's at 6:30 now.
I was about to say, because when I get there by sometimes a little after 8 or 9 just to drop off the newspapers in the morning, I see maybe 5 to 10 for sure by that time for me.
See, there's going to be a big dynamic, and I know everybody wants to know why we keep losing businesses. We keep losing businesses because if you want the hometown business to make it, you've got to go spend your money there.
Yeah, whether it's a local mom and pop store
or it's a chain. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. They're in it for profit is where they're in for. And when they're not making money, I mean, there's another town that's a neighboring county here that's got a Hibbets in it, and that Hibbets is going to close. Yeah. The guy that actually come close down the one McMinnville said they're debating on whether they're going to close it before Christmas or after, but it's 100% going to close. because it's just the foot traffic is not there. Online shopping has done a lot of damage to our hometown people
100%.
and our retailers. And so if you want to keep these businesses there, go out there and shop. They're making money. They're not going anywhere.
And it's like me and Terry said last night, you spoke to somebody about Cato's.
Yes.
You know, like I never shopped at Cato's, but I hated to see them leave.
Yeah.
And that goes back to you don't want stores to leave, but yet
you're not supporting them. I mean, we're just asking people to support our local people, and because they've got to make a profit.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to make a profit to make it.
And then Vanessa Miller says, I appreciate the effort, but I am skeptical. Is there any kind of long-term plan to sustain the program?
Yes. I mean, what we would hope would happen with this program is we would jumpstart it and probably then turn it over to a private individual. We would rent that space out after we got it converted.
And when you talk about a private individual, are we saying private business?
Yes,
individual?
Private business. Okay. Or maybe a nonprofit. Now, that's kind of, we got to see where this thing goes.
Yeah, right.
It's hard for me do I know if it'll 100% work? No, I'm going to tell you no.
No one knows.
I can, if I don't try anything, we're definitely not going to have that space renovated.
Right.
And you're not going to have anywhere to go. We can just sit out there and look like an eyesore.
Yeah, like an unfinished spot.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then Dwayne Ramsey said, has there been any interest in the old Hibbett's building?
Well, I've talked to someone that's out there, and they may see something happen, but I don't want to say nothing about that because they're talking to their other people. And
the other thing, we've had talks about here. Oh, Vanessa said to her answering her question, that is reasonable.
Yeah.
So another thing we've talked about on here is potential, new people coming into the to the mall, and sometimes the people that come, and I know, and I've talked to several people outside of this, getting their products in. It's like we talked about the pallets and stuff like that. And by having this 3-star grant, specifically in this spot, this gives us a way to create a space for pallets to be driven in at this point. And that, I think that's the goal. And I know back in the old day, I've talked to some people that used to work in the mall. They said, well, they did their pallet. They brought in pallets in a different way.
Yeah.
Well, that was maybe 15, 20 plus years ago, and things have changed now.
Well, and another thing that people don't understand about that, back the 15 or 20 years ago, we had a lot of chain stores in the mall.
We did.
And, they're like, well, it shouldn't be a problem. Those chain stores did. But what they don't understand is those chain stores had their own drivers in their own truck.
Yeah.
So if it took 3 hours to get the product in, they were getting paid by the company. Now what's happening, most of those stores, not chains, but they're being delivered on private carriers.
Yeah.
This guy drives his truck. He's got a pallet of stuff for your store. He wants it off because he's got 10 more stops to make today.
It's like the food trucks that come to the restaurants. They have like 5 to 15 stores they got to go.
So they're in a hurry. They're in a hurry to get it off. And that's the change in the times. They're not working for the company that they're unloading for. So in return, they're like, you got to get this stuff off. I can't wait for you to do what you need to do.
So with that said, because I know Terry's got a busy schedule like we all do. So coming up on October the 20th is where all the county commissioners from the districts meet for their monthly meeting. And this one that's coming up, y'all will be voting for if we want to use, if we want the grant or not.
Yeah, if we want to accept the money, it'll be in a form of budget amendment. I'll make that plain when we get to that point at the county court. And like I say, it's $250,000 to renovate a spot. If we send it back, there's probably some other county going to be tickled to death because they're going to receive our $250,000.
So just like the people when you came on the show to talk about the County Towers Act, if you want that 3-star grant to get approved, you need to call your county commissioner in your district.
Yes.
And we will post, because I still have the documentation of their phone numbers and such when we did it in our newspaper. Or you can call, Terry Bell, the county executive's office. And, as I always say, give them all earful of how, whether you're for it or against it, the pros, the cons, the questions. Because you have between now and Sunday, and I guess half a day Monday to talk to your county commissioners to let them know how you want to vote on this, because I do think from, listening when we were at the budget and finance meeting or the joint meeting that we were at, it looked like everybody was still, I want to say, like on the fence. They were skeptical, and they just need to get all that information out.
And a lot of these grants happen because you don't know where you're going to get them or not.
Yeah.
And so we have to, then after we just see we get them, it's our job to go out in the public. And if the public doesn't want this, that's fine. We'll send the money back. And I don't know what we're going to do to spur that growth out there. We're trying to invest in things. We've done some landscaping. We've got money set aside to actually do paving. We're actually investing in the property out there. We put 2 central heat and air units on just before the last budget year. We've got 2 more to go. That was close to $40,000 for those 2 units. We put the new roof on quick as we bought it to try to get the leaks stopped. And so it's a big process. And of course, the health department is proceeding along, and they will be 50 employees start showing up there probably about the 1st of June next year every day. So that was another ideal in our coffee shop deal that, hey, they'll be coming in and coming to work, and when they take a break, they can run down there and do that. And maybe we can help a few seniors that need a little extra income and some special needs folks.
I have some friends that are, handicapped.
Yes.
They're in a wheelchair. And, I was talking to somebody just yesterday saying that they had an opportunity for a job, but when they found out that they have to get up and like put in the stocking shelves, they can't do that because they're wheelchair bound. Yeah. And so stuff like this is, a great opportunity. But again, is there anything we haven't hit on? I think that's pretty, is if anybody does want to get this information online, is there where you can look up the 3-star grant? I was trying to find it, but
you can look it up, but it's basically just initiatives that people come up with.
That's what I was going to say.
Different things. I mean, every county's tried to come up with a different thing that would help their community, and that's where it's a competitive grant. And by that I mean everybody. It just wasn't 100% you're going to get it. Yeah. They rank these according to which categories which ones the more of them you can touch, the higher scoring they score these grants, and that's the way they award them, and you will get that. So it's hard for you to look up that concept and say, oh, this is exactly, because it's supposed to be a creative grant, not everybody do the same thing.
But again, guys, I want to say thanks for Terry Bell coming in. We're going to take a quick break from word from our sponsors, and I want to reiterate, if you have any questions, feel free to call us here or call your county commissioner or the county executive for more questions and answers that you want to know about the 3-star grant, because I don't believe there's no such thing as a stupid question.
No.
But with that said, we're going to take a quick break from word from our sponsors. But when we get back, we're going to have Miss Victoria Broadrick coming on the show to talk about why she is running for the District 4 congressional seat against the incumbent, Mr. Scott Desjardins. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. One-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville. Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks at Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindawa, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Warren First 931. I'm host of your show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Again, alongside my little co-host here, my son.
I'm here.
Currently, what's the weather like today, Walker?
Well, in McMinnville, it is 93. The high is 77.
63.
Wait, 60?
Did
I say 70?
93.
I said 93. Oh, no. 63 in McMinnville. The high is going to be 77, and the low is going to be 48. At 10 a.m., now it is 63 degrees.
Yes.
I said it right this time.
Right. Don't have to worry about that. But what is it saying right here?
Sunny conditions will continue all day. Windy gusts are up to 60 miles per hour.
And so what's the weekend forecast looking like, or the week forecast?
Well,
looking
today is 48 is the low and 77 is the high. Tomorrow is going to be 50 is going to be the low, and 77 is still the high. And through today through Friday is the high is going to be the exact same, which is 70.
So,
and on Thursday, the low is set 52.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, the low is 50. And on Saturday, there's a 45% chance of rain.
And thunderstorms and showers.
Yeah. And on Sunday, there's an 80% chance. And as I say, if it's over 50, it's going to happen.
Normally it does. But that is your weather with Walker this morning. As he's just filling in until Uncle Nick comes and snatches him up to take him back to school.
But that might happen in like 20 hours.
Right. Okay, with that said, now Walker, I got to use my phone for just a sec.
Well, I can't even use it because we're on this.
Right.
By the way, hi guys. I've not been on this channel for like
a couple of
months because of school.
Wrapping up our conversation with Terry Bell, Charles Hornbuckle says it seems people want to whine about not having big chains, but then whine about the prices, or something they're unhappy about. Also,
I don't get that.
Junior, apologize. Why not just open up the senior center earlier than 8:30 and have the coffee shop there? I will ask him that when I address some more questions with him. And of course, from the Warren County Republican Party, shop local, support your community, and keep the dollars in the county. And then Miss Tina says, hello there, Walker.
Hello.
She loves seeing us working together.
Oh, by the way, there's a story about Miss Tina. So me and Kaysen were actually coming back from a route delivery. Mm-hmm. We stopped by our coffee, and we were the 25th customer. We actually won a coffee mug, and that was really funny.
I think Kaysen took it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It was so funny. We pulled in there, and we won.
I know. Okay, so with that said, it is Super Tuesday, which means we are going to be introducing some people that, whether they're the incumbent or the ones that's running in the upcoming election. And with me, I'm going to get her on with us, is Miss Victoria Broadrick. She is running in the 4th District Congressional seat against Mr. Scott Desjardins. Good morning, Victoria.
Hi.
Good morning. Thank you guys so much for having me. I absolutely love that you are doing the show together. I think that's so cute.
Thank you. Yes, I raised him, as I say, I raised him right. Like, he may look a little bit like me, more like his daddy, but he acts like me 100%. Right, Walkie?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I was supposed to actually go to school today, but
we're waiting for my brother to come pick him up, but we're going to make it work. So, again, I want to say thank you, Victoria, for coming on the show with us on our first inaugural Super Tuesday event. And it's like I say, guys, I want to get not just Democrats, not just Republicans. I want to get all of you guys, the independents, because voting is a privilege. Being elected into these positions is a privilege and a right as Americans that other countries do not have. And if we don't use these rights, I always say we lose them. But just starting off with you, Miss Broadrick, what started this all for you, to get into politics? Because, getting into politics is not the easiest or funnest sometimes. So, yeah.
No, I mean, so people always ask, they're like, how did you do this? How did you get into this? And I was like, well, I've always been slightly political, but everything changed for me in 2021. I suffered an IUD fail, which led to a pregnancy, a miscarriage, and then another pregnancy where I was trying to navigate the healthcare system and needed lots of care, lots of additional time. And, birth control is 99.9% effective. So I wasn't expecting this as a working mom with a 1-year-old running around. Wow. And so what happened a year later in 2022, after I welcomed my second baby, and we adore him so much, and we got him here in the best way, he was healthy, all those things. Well, Roe was overturned, and suddenly all those things that I was had experienced just a year prior, those choices were taken out of not only my hand, the doctor's hand. And bringing a healthy child into this world it's a beautiful thing, and we want to make sure that we have every tool at our disposal to make sure that they are brought into this world in the best way. So I did the logical thing after that. I became a TikTok person and started creating TikToks, talking about politics, talking about why these things were important. I became a county chair of one of the, at the time was one of the 93 counties in Tennessee for the Democratic Party. And I started being more political. But in 2024, I found out my opponent, Scott Desjardins, was going to run unopposed on a county party meeting or a district-wide meeting. And I said over my dead body, I'm going to run on the ticket. I have no prior experience, but that doesn't mean that I'm not qualified. I understand what working class people are going through. I understand, as I worked in international and domestic logistics. I work in the tech industry now. I work full time. I thank you so much for working with my schedule, because I ran a congressional campaign in 2024 while working full time, having 2 tiny humans, 4 fur babies, and I foster with a local humane society. I'm a chaos coordinator. I
feel like me and you are the same. Oh my God. Okay, keep going.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
First child.
Oh, I think we cut out a little bit.
Or boy.
Oh,
It cut out a little bit. Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
We're back. Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Walker was asking you, was your firstborn a boy or a girl?
Do you mean my fur baby, or do you mean my
your human baby? Your human baby.
I have 2 boys, so I have 2 boys. I got yeah. So we are.
If your first one was a girl, we would have options.
No, but continuing on, with everything, I think you kind of already tapped on it. But what issues are most important to you in this upcoming election? Like, what are you pushing right now?
Right now, so we kind of revamped after 2024. People asked, they're like, what made you decide to run again? I was like, I decided to run again 15 seconds after I found out I lost, because we deserve representation and we deserve people who are in our district who understand which everyone is going through. So going into 2026, I'm running on safety, affordability, freedom, and equity, because those are the foundations of the United States. And I do believe that we deserve those things. You deserve the safety of, a community. You deserve affordability. Your grocery prices, your gas prices should be reasonably effective. You should have the ability to afford or have health care so that you can take care of yourself and take care of your tiny humans and make sure that your life is, easily available. And then freedom, we run on freedom. We should not have to be worrying about our rights, and everyone should be treated with freedom, with the idea that freedom in mindset and making sure that our, Constitution is being upheld. And then equity is, I believe all boats rise with the tide. We need to be making sure that those who make more money than us are paying their fair share and not working the system so that us working class people are disenfranchised.
I agree 100%. And with that said, what changes would you like to see in the communities that you're going to be serving that you believe the elected officials should prioritize?
Right now, I believe that representation matters. I feel like a huge issue in our political system is that our representatives don't actually represent us. They go to DC and they abandon the community. They don't bring the tax dollars here. They don't focus on what their constituents need. And that's unacceptable. My opponent hasn't had a town hall since 2013. That was his first and only town hall. I want to run on the fact that I'm going to be accessible. I am a working class mom. I get it. I work customer service. My job is to serve my community. And if I'm not available, then I'm not qualified for the job.
Yeah. And, I totally agree. One thing I like about what we do here is I am community based. And, instead of if I can't get you from a text message to a phone call or to in person, then I'm not doing my job right. I'm not doing it justice. And so, and you nailed the coffin. One of the biggest things that we do hear about here in the Warren County community is that, Scott Desjardins hasn't had a town hall meeting since, like you just said, that's a fact. You can look it up. And I understand people can be busy, but, I will use this as a prime example. Janice Boland, the Tennessee state governor right now, she has had at town halls every month, rotating, and being present. That's a big thing, is being seen, being present, and I understand if you can't make it due to, maybe there's a voting conflict, you got to be somewhere for a conflict, but you have to make that effort. And, I'm 41 now, going back, I didn't like those robocalls. That's a animated call that says the same thing to everybody. I don't mind if you say the same thing to everybody, but can you call and be an actual human? And you know what I mean? I love stuff like that.
Absolutely
hates robocalls.
She hates when she dials the number and it just goes your call cannot be confirmed, and it says
as dialed.
It literally sounds sounds
yes. And we've had conversations with also another person that's running in the Republican seat, Mr. Tom Davis. He's also had the same issues of he has the same sentiment when you say being present. like being seen, being heard, and being, accessible. That's just such a huge thing. And I love that. I love that about this upcoming election. It seems like a lot of some of the incumbents and a lot of the people that's running up in this upcoming election is the accessibility. They want people to know that they're there for them. And with that said, are there any upcoming dates for people to get to know you better? Any town hall meetings? Any type of events? I know you probably do a lot of, since you mentioned TikTok, do you do a lot of live TikTok videos that people can watch you on a daily?
Yeah, I have 3 years worth of content if people want to see where I stand on issues. I even have my political spectrum test because I believe that you should understand the voting aspects and how, while we are a two-party system and we need to be able to work together, there are more representations outside of that. And yes, I'm running as a Democrat in a rural area, but I'm working on working class values, lowering your bills, making sure that I'm here to represent you. And that also means holding the Democratic Party accountable because, I feel like both parties have failed in representation. And yes, I am running as a Democrat, but that means accountability. Accountability is a huge thing. So as far as events go, if you want to see me, I do have TikTok content. I have Facebook, Instagram. I even write on Substack if you want to see about some of how I'm navigating, how I choose, how I vote, as how I voted for years. That is a great way to do that. But we do have an event coming up in McMinnville this Saturday. I will be speaking at the Democratic Party. They have a dinner. So if you would like to come and have some food and listen to myself and several other Democratic leaders speak, I would happily welcome you there. And I want to see you because I do want you to come and ask me questions and see what I'm doing, because like we talked about, I work full time. It was a working class mom who wants better representation and better for our children. So if you are feeling froggy to that, I do have town halls planned throughout the district. You can follow along on Facebook for those, what's coming up. We do have a meet and greet next Saturday in Murfreesboro, where you can come in and have a chat and also meet one of the candidates for governor, because I believe that we should be accessible. I will give Tom Davis, who participated in a town hall with me, flowers for the fact that he showed up. He showed up to a room. It was going to be a tough crowd anyways, and he did it. And that's something that is to be admired. And Janice Bowling is the same way. We have the opportunity here to bring better representation across the district and keep our tax dollars working for us.
I agree. And right now, like the event she's talking about, this coming up event that's on Saturday, I've posted it up here. You just scan the QR code to buy your ticket. It's $25 a ticket, which includes your dinner. And that's going to be pulled pork, I think a baked potato bar, some sides, and desserts. The speakers of that night that she was talking about, one being Jerry Green and Adam Kurtz. They are going to be running they're going to be running for, let's see, speakers include, are they running, now correct me if I'm wrong, what position are they running for? Do you know?
I know Jerry Green is running for governor, so Adam
okay, so I think
Adam's
running this. Yeah, I think that's correct. And then, of course, the 4th Congressional District nominee, which is Miss Victoria Broadrick, talking with us today. Then they also have 2 special guest speakers that's going to be there. Dr. Marissa Richmond and TNDP Chair Rachel Campbell is going to be there as well. And really quick, before I let you go, because I know that you're a busy lady, and I totally respect that, like a multitasking mom, as I call myself half the time. With that said, would you there is one question that was brought while you were talking. Would you answer one of the comments or questions that was sent in? Okay. It was from Miss Deanna, and I always cannot pronounce names. It's like the horrible thing.
I think it's
what is your take on the Second Amendment?
Well, I am, surprisingly, I'm an owner myself. I believe that as an owner, it is our job to lead the way and protect our communities. So if that means looking at the legislation and saying, hey, this isn't working out, our schools aren't safe, our communities aren't safe, then we need to be the ones leading the charge. I'm not a pass the buck to the next person. As an owner, I believe it is my job to make sure that if there are concerns in the community, if I'm going to be the good guy with the gun, then I need to be that person and be the one who speaks out and says we need to change something, because clearly our communities are hurting.
I love that. That's a great answer. Is there anything I haven't tapped on that you want, like your final thoughts before I let you go?
Final thoughts. I realize that this time has been really hard for our community. And, something that I believe in is we can be the change. Activism is a muscle. If it seems impossible, it isn't impossible. And I realize there's a lot of disenfranchised voters. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be a perfect fit. I'm not going to be your cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like everything I do, but voting is public transportation. Right now we have 2 buses that we can get on. There isn't a clear path for a third party. So if you are thinking, maybe I want a little bit of better representation, hop on my bus. I want to take you in the right direction. I want to make sure that you feel safe, everything is affordable, you are free, and you have an equitable lifestyle that makes it easier for you to exist. So yeah, if any of that sounds all right, come out, chat with me. I promise that I will work just as hard as I do on this app while I'm working full-time as serving our country. And I do believe in term limits. So I am not looking to retire up there. I'm looking to lead our next generation, because representation matters.
I love that. Well, again, guys, if you want any information on Miss Victoria Broadrick, you can find her on all her socials. What is the name on there if you want to plug your socials?
Yeah, so you can find me here on Facebook. I actually shared this feed to my feed. But Victoria, the number 4 Tennessee is my website. You can find all my socials there. Guys, I'm a grassroots candidate. I am 90% of my donations in 2024 are small dollar donations. That means like $100 or less, really $50 or less. I believe in that. I believe that we should not be taking corporate money. We should not be taking PAC money. We should get money out of politics. And that is why I am asking for your vote, because I will not take those things. I believe that representation starts right here at home.
Yeah. I love that.
Follow me, Victoria, the number 4 Tennessee.
All right. Well, again, guys, this has been a great little Super Tuesday interview. If you have any more questions, feel free and contact Miss Victoria Broadrick on her socials. If you have questions and you don't feel comfortable asking her, you're always welcome to ask me, and I will send the buck over to her to get the information out there. And like I tell everybody else, Victoria, if you have any upcoming events, anything you want to get out there, you are welcome to, just send it to me, and we'll put it in what we call the local voice newspaper here in Warren County that we send out each and every week. And, but again, thank you so much for making time to come on the show. And like I say, you're awesome. Love it. Love it. I love your spirit. I love the vibe. Love the vibe this morning.
Thank you.
We're going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we're going to talk all things going in Warren County and beyond. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger for lunch or dinner. Get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
All right, welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. I want to say thanks again to Victoria Broadrick for coming in on the show and talking with us. My goal here for our Super Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we could have one or two incumbents or candidates that's running up in the upcoming election to talk about, what their thoughts are, just the exact same questions that I asked Ms. Broadrick, because I think it's very important to know the candidates and who is running and why they are running. It's really not a popular, I always say this, we don't need to vote on, popularity because we like somebody or we grew up with somebody or, they were our best friend next door or whatever the case would be. I think that we should vote for somebody about their principles and what their values are and things like that. And then after I figure that out as a voter myself, that's who I want, the person to be taken care of. But again, my goal is every Tuesday to have some new people on the show. I also want to say thanks to Terry Bell, our county executive, for coming on the show with us and talking to us about the 3-star grant. Again, I'm very serious when I say this. If you have any questions about the 3-star grant, that you have concerns or you're for it, against it, you're skeptic, whatever the case may be, you need to call your county commissioners in your district and let them know. And we will be posting later today after I get done with the show their names of what what district you're in, with the person that you need to contact with their numbers. We actually a couple months ago had that in one of our newspapers where people could be informed of their district. Now, if you don't know what your district is, you can always call the election office with Miss Susie Davenport and her phenomenal staff and ask them what your district is, and they will tell you so you can be informed, because it's all about being informed, guys, no matter how old you are. But it does matter that you get your kids involved, and leading up into this and talking about Super Tuesday as well. It is also important that you have your right to vote. And if you're out there listening to this and you are not 18 yet, but you're 17 right now, and you're going to be turning 18 when the voting happens in the 2026 election, you can actually download that TN Go Vote or Go Vote TN app. and register. You can go to even Susie Davenport's office and register if you want to do it on paper, and get it done ahead of time. So when your birthday happens, because I can't remember right now the cutoff of the register to vote right now, but you've already registered, and it's gonna like click in on your time of your birthday, and then you'll be able to vote in this upcoming election, whether it's for early voting or whatnot. And so I just want to push any parent, any loved one out there that's watching the show today to get the younger kids involved and to show them the importance why voting is essential and why we need to continue to do it. But I want to say thanks to everybody that continued on with the questions. Also, last thing, going into our Super Tuesday segment, it's clear on my end. I'm so sorry. Those who could give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And that was a quote from Benjamin Franklin. And thank you, Miss Tina, for letting me know that my screen's a little foggy on my end. It says it's okay. Now, it has been in and out with issues, but it is what it is. So real quickly, upcoming right now, today is October the 14th. And this is what's going on today. The Industrial Development Board, City in McMinnville, is this is a sitting meeting. They're meeting today at 5 o'clock at the Chamber of Commerce Community Room. The Economic and Agriculture Committee meeting is today at 5 p.m. as well. This is with the county at the Warren County Administrative Building in the new conference room. And the Warren County Regional Planning Commission's meeting is also meeting today at 5:30 at the Warren County Highway Department. Going on tomorrow, we talked to Miss Melody Krim a little about this yesterday. It's a pet blessings that's going to be at 6 p.m. at the St. Matthew's Church. And then on nothing's going on Thursday that I am aware of. And then on October the 17th, there's it's the Morrison Elementary's Fall Festival. They're going to have a car, truck, bike cruise-in. They're going to have an alum basketball game. Yours truly will be there, and this all starts at 4 p.m. going on till the night. Also going on that day at 7 p.m. this Friday is Rockin' for a Reason, raising funds for it's a fundraiser for the McMinnville Special Games at 7 p.m. And, of course, it's going to be you can't see it right now because of the food truck, but right behind me is the McMinnville's Park Theater, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. And Not in Their Shoes is at 6 p.m., and that's located at 461 Friendship Drive in Rock Island. And then, of course, this Friday, if you have a high school student, there is Goosebumps auditions happening, and this is going to be held at the Warren County High School Auditorium, and this is with the drama team or drama club at the Warren County High School facility. On October the 18th, we've got the children's Halloween party from 10 a.m. or at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at O Sugar. You need to go to the O Sugar's Facebook page to register for one or two of those parties. There's going to be a Halloween afternoon tea at 1 p.m. at the Bonnie Blue Inn Bed and Breakfast. You need to call and get your reservations because there's a limited space available. Also going on that Saturday is one of the awesome events here is at the Park Theater is Puppy Pals Live at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. This happened I think this show was, this is the third year they're coming. It's one of the biggest shows that they have. If you haven't been to one of these, you definitely need to. The Harvest Festival and Dedication Walkway is going to be at 5 p.m. at North Hills Church of God Prophecy. Make sure you go out that. We did an article in our newspaper, which is going to be handed out today. We only got a few locations yesterday, but that's why I haven't posted it yet online. But you can actually get several ways you can get this to stay informed about what's going on in Warren County. You can actually sign up with our doorstep delivery if you would like. We're already over so many right now. I think I am going to have to hire somebody by 2026 to help me deliver these. We also have this, we deliver this to over 20 locations to pick up a hard copy as well. They're $3 if you do the hard copies at the locations, or there is a fee if you want to do the doorstep delivery. You just got to let me know. And then, of course, there is the digital subscription fee. If you want to get this emailed to you on a daily, it is $50 to sign up for a whole year if you want the digital subscription of this. But you can read about it about our young Eagle Scout, or he's not young, he is young to me, but I think he's 23-year-old Aiden Sumner. He is the Eagle Scout. Each Eagle Scout has to pick one project to do to complete their badges, and this was one of them. He picked at the North Hills Church of God. He fixed the walkway, he fixed the pavilion. He's even working on some of the landscape. I got to see that yesterday. It was just so phenomenal to see him, seeing youth involved in beautifying Warren County. That was my big thing. And it's not just him doing it, it's also the community's involvement on top of that. Lastly, of course, on the 21st, following into next week, is the Industrial Development Board County meeting, which is at 4:30 at the Chamber of Commerce room. So if you would like to know more things going on, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and TikTok, and all that and more, and X. We got 10 different social medias you can listen to the show on and follow us on as well. I do want to say again, thanks to everybody for being on the show with me today. I want to make sure I get all my sponsors in because I am going to have to take my child to school now. We want to do a shout out to one of our amazing sponsors, TNZ Rental and Removal. They do junk removals, trailer rentals, property cleanouts for commercial and residential. You can call TNZ. My name's Fuzzy too. Sound is clear, but picture's fuzzy. I apologize, guys. Sometimes, again, the internet, it looks clear on my end. I do apologize. You can call Zach at 743-9079 or Tyler at 224-8593. You can also follow them on Facebook for more information. We're going to take one more quick break. We're going to go into the break following the ending of today's show. I just want everybody to know that today has been a phenomenal time. If you have an event or a news story that you want to get on, because this show is your stories, your opinions, and your events, and this is community-driven, community-led. And so if you are out there and you're like, I want you to talk about da-da-da, please get in touch with me, whether it's through Facebook, Instagram, or you can email me at newstipswf931@gmail.com, because I want to make sure that everybody gets heard and you know what's going on, because like I'm saying, with this holiday event calendar that we've got going on, there's some days on here where there is 5 or 6 events. And if you can get on this event calendar ahead of time where you might be able to change the date, or work together with somebody. I'm all about working together to make this a big event and more. But with that said, I have to get off here a little bit earlier than sooner. Also, please be in prayer for my brother from another mother. Brian Carr is not with us today. He may have a touch of pneumonia. He's going to go to the doctor today to see if it is, because he started coughing yesterday, and things happen like that. Yeah. Thank you, William. I appreciate you, bro. With that said, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
64 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company, the Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit donaldhillisrealty.com. Firm 2273.
Reddick Brown Ford, we're all about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
Jonathan Beavers. I'm the new sales manager here at Reddick Brown Ford on Highway 55. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I'm very supportive and dedicated with over 10 years of automotive experience. Check out our expanding pre-owned inventory on our website or come drive by, and we'd also be happy to appraise your vehicle.
To check out our new service department. We have 2 new advisors, 1 new parts counter staff, and some fresh faces on our pickup and delivery team. We're excited to offer you even better service with our expanded team. Join the Reddick Brown Ford family today. Call or text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your number 1 local go-to dealership.
All right, guys, I apologize. You won't be able to see my face. But again, that is a wrap here for today at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. Please tune in on Thursday's show as it is Juicy Thursday. So any hot topics, I usually save for that. And I think we will be talking, one big thing is I'm hoping to get everything done and said for the Chris Stanford, our district attorney info. I think I'm almost got everything where I can open up and talk about that on Thursday's show. Other than that, guys, I have to roll. I got to get my boy to school. Keep it first, Warren County.